Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow.
The modern day parenting is so opposite from the way my dad parented me. And I know like in today's society, they'd say that was wrong. And yeah, maybe it was. But let me give you a couple examples. So like my dad, he would never praise me. Like, for example, like baseball, I was a pitcher. I would throw a no-hitter, but I'd strike out once at bat out of 3 at bats. I could get 2 hits, strike out once. All he could talk about was I struck out. And my grandfather was the same way. And then we'd have dinners at my house every time after my baseball games, and I'd have to hear it. I'm like, what about all the other players would tell me, good pitching again, that was unreal. All those 2 good hits you had. Nobody mentioned the strikeout. They would. And that's all they would talk about. Mm-hmm. Play basketball. I'd score 32 points in one game as a kid, which is, like I watch the kids nowadays and the games end at 20 and I would score 32 and all I did was miss 2 or 3 free throws. And that's all they would talk about is those free throws. And I know in this day and age, that would be the wrong way to coach your kids, right? That's kind of how I grew up. And I never knew for years, like how much my dad, like he actually believed in me. He just showed it a different way. And I think that really helped me out because I never did pat myself on the back and I never be like, oh yeah. Like I hear people go, oh, that was awesome. You did awesome. And whenever I hear that, I'm like, well, that's not awesome, right? Because awesome means perfect. You can't get any better because it's awesome. And everyone can get better, right? So that's one of the things that drove me. And I think the way my dad raised me and, I got spankings as a kid. Nowadays, if you got spankings like that, man, you'd be reported to CPS. But I really believe that if I didn't get that, I might have been a super bad guy today, or I wouldn't have achieved what I did for sure. Guarantee. Because I think the discipline that I learned, like no matter how much I wanted to do something, I wouldn't do it because of the consequence, right? And if I was going to do something wrong, I knew what the consequence was, and I was still going to do it. Mm-hmm. And I know that if I got caught, I'm going to get it. But I was willing to take that chance. And I feel like that mindset and that thought really helped me as, I started growing up. I started competing more because I would think, okay, what is the downfall to this? Oh, all I can do is lose? Frick, I'm in. Mm-hmm. I'm competing. And a lot of people, they don't want to, say for basketball, they don't want to shoot a basket because they don't want to miss. But how are you going to make a basket if you don't shoot it? Right? And it's kind of the same exact thing. And everything that I do is like, okay, so what's the worst can happen? And if I think like I can deal with it and I'm willing to deal with it, I'm going to do it.
If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com, where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.